When it's for other people, it's so easy to believe, but not this time. I'm doing it all for me. The devil is a liar, pulling tricks that I believed. I gotta know who I am and him that worketh within me. Believe, breathe, oh, believe. Breathe, inhale, exhale, release. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Oh, here I stand on my mountaintop of pride. But how do I fall with the fear of losing it all? Seems the more that I hold on, the more that I lose. I'm coming down to nothing, and now I've gotta choose. What am I gonna do? Ooh, am I gonna trust him or put my faith in man? I've done it all before, but I've got myself a new plan. Believe, breathe, oh, believe, breathe. Do it, I can do this. Do it, something to it, I can do this. Yeah, 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 yeah. Do it, there's something to it, I can do this. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. Nothing to it, nothing to it. I can do this, yeah. Swear I'm moving forward, swear I'm moving forward, swear I'm moving forward, swear I'm moving forward. I can do it, 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 yeah. I swear I'm moving forward, swear I'm moving forward, swear I am moving. So I'm moving, so I'm moving. Hi guys, and welcome to Teeya Tuesdays. I have missed you dearly. Sadly, I've been out super sick. As you can kind of tell, I'm still a little congested, but that's why my video from last week was a performance that I did at Spelman, because I couldn't even see, let alone talk. I was so sick. So thank you all for still watching. It's still great material. So if you haven't checked out last week's performance at Spelman and the artists that I interviewed, please do. But again, thank you so much. I'm feeling a lot better, especially this morning. I'm very excited about this episode. as I am about all of them, but more and more it just starts to mean more. And I'll tell you why I'm excited. So the topic for this week is breathe. As you saw, the song that I wrote called Breathe. Shout out to my fiance for producing and co-writing that with me. If you want to hear it, just the song, it'll be on my SoundCloud, as well as the other songs from past episodes. So I have an announcement for you all, but I'll get to it at the end. I want to go straight into the topic. So the topic is breathe. Where did the topic breathe come from? It came from really, Teeya Tuesdays. I get a lot of texts and a lot of messages on how Teeya Tuesdays helps people and how people feel like it's for them. But you all, this has helped me. Like, I'm sitting watching it with you like, oh my God, you know what I mean? And that's not a vain statement at all. That's in all honesty. And the season or the episode before last, when I told you had to choose, you had to either go green or go gray, but you had to choose. When I say that has been my past week, I've been faced with that, and I've been faced with my past and having to be extremely honest, because I have someone in my life who loves me enough to ask me those hard questions. I kept answering them and answering them. I got down to the root of what I wanted and what I needed to do. So here's the 3 things that I learned. 1, you have to let go. And we always hear, oh, let go, let God. But yes, but this is what it meant for me. You have to let go, because a lot of times we hold on to everything because we don't want to know the truth. And what happens is when you stop forcing your hand, when you stop forcing or controlling people to be around you or manipulate people to be in a relationship with you, when you just allow, there is so much you're going to find out. You're going to find out who will naturally love you, who will naturally support you, who naturally wants to be a friend. And you're going to find out those who were just there because they were held against their will. So a lot of times we don't want to let go, and we don't want to just allow because we don't want to know the truth. We don't want to face the truth or the fact that if we let go, we may not have any friends. We don't want to face the fact that if we let go, this person really didn't love us. You know what I mean? We're making these things up in our mind because we don't want to let that person go. So I learned that first, let go, and prepare yourself to be okay with what stays and what leaves. But it's still a happy feeling, because in your mind before, you feel like you have to control everything because you wouldn't have anything. But when you let go, at the end you'll have something, and you'll feel like, wow, you really love me, or you really care, or you really support, and it don't mean everything to you. Number 2 is demotion. I had to demote myself. What I mean by that is, love to speak. That's what I do. That's what I always do, even in performing. But performance is something that I love to do. I love to sing. I love to give an experience, and that's what I do. But I had to demote myself. If you watch my episode called Coach Instead of Play, you know the position of being a coach is a higher position. It's the most respected position. You look good. You don't have to sweat like the players. You have to do your work, but it's a higher position. And I decided, here we go, y'all, drum roll. I decided to take off my suit and to play. I'm going to go into detail on what that means later, but I've decided to play instead of being the coach this time. You know what I mean? And I'm still going to, do what's natural for me, which is help, which is encourage, which is share the insight that God gives me. But at the same time, I'm going to play this game because I am 25. I'm young. I'm still full of life. And there's so many opportunities that I don't want to give up anymore. I don't want to miss them anymore. And when I'm old enough, God willing, and I've seen the world, and I've traveled all over, and I've blazed every stage, and I've been on every possible TV show to interview and every possible blog, then I'll sit down and just coach. But until then, I gotta play. And I made that decision. So be encouraged, and know that I'm not just talking, I'm doing it too. And it's something I really want to show you versus tell you. But you'll see what I mean. And you'll know that she made the decision. And the last thing is, you have to be who it takes, not what it takes. What does that mean? That means that we all have a picture in our mind of who we want to be, who we should be. And that's great. And then we have real life, who we're being, what we're doing. And 9 out of 10 times, those two people do not match. If I want to be successful at an entrepreneur venture, something that I created, my own business, I have to work those hours. I should be putting in at least 8 hours to 16 hours a day in my own craft. If you cannot be the person who's going to put in that hard work, it's not going to happen. You can't say, what will it take? It'll take you. It'll take all of you. It'll take more of you than you think you even have. You know what I mean? But you have to be the person who God can bless. You have to be the person of character. You have to be the person who's gonna do it afraid. You have to be that person, because those are who the rewards go to. And it's not that the reward even comes to you. You're actually going after it. That's why you run into different blessings and you run into different opportunities. And we thank God, because God made us that person. But as He was making us that person, we were running into those things. The opportunity does not knock at your door and does not email you unless you first put yourself out there. So those were the 3 things that really stood out to me. And breathe is like, okay, it's something I'm about to do that I've been so afraid to do. I don't know how to do. I don't know where it's going. You got all these questions. You just know what you want to do. Breathe. Inhale, exhale, believe, and then let go. And I know that sounds so freaking simple. And in this week, I found out that it really, really is. I'm not going to say it sounds simple, but it's not. No, it really is. It literally is. So I'm encouraging you all, please do that. Like, whatever it is, think about it. I need to breathe. Even if you need to keep listening to the song and meditating on it, do it so that you can make that step, you all. It's important, because life is not slowing down. But I'm so excited because I've made this step, and I've never made this step in my life. And I've never chose myself first, and this time I have. I made that decision, and so much is already happening because I made that decision. And all life was waiting for was for me to make that decision. So that is it. Very short and sweet, to the point, and on point. I want to give you all some announcements. Teeya Tuesdays will only be 8 episodes. I told some people, and they were like, what? So don't be discouraged. It's only going to be 8 episodes because you will not believe. Losing it all. Seems the more that I hold on, the more that I lose. I'm coming down to nothing, and now I've gotta choose. What am I gonna do? I've done it all before, but I've got myself a new plan.